Welcome to But I'm a Lesbian, the podcast where we serve alt baddie sass, queer film reviews, and everything in between. Whether you are a baby gay
or a queer elder, we're here, we're queer, and we're diving deep into all things lesbian. We're your hosts, Caitlin
and Angelina.
Get ready for some sapphic serotonin. Okay, on today's episode, we will be discussing the 2018 lesbian Thanksgiving movie, Lez Bomb. It's a silly name. I can't help but mention it. I'm like, oh. So I thought this would be a good time to talk about Thanksgiving food. Do you have a favorite Thanksgiving food?
That's hard.
Do you like all of it? Or are you like, I don't like Thanksgiving food?
I don't mind it, but that's the thing. It's so different, I feel like, because when we would do Thanksgiving, my grandma did not like turkey, so we would always make her a ham, but then everyone else wanted turkey, so they had turkey. I know.
Sorry, I hate ham more than turkey. I never liked ham.
Yeah, I know. She was the opposite. So we would make her like a special one because obviously we're like, okay, of course you get what you want.
The matriarch.
Yeah. And then we would like add in like the normal stuff where it's like, okay, what do you think of Thanksgiving food? Stuffing, turkey, mashed potatoes. But we also would do, and I was just talking about this with my coworker, and he's like, oh yeah, us too. So I don't know if this is weird, but we just do Mexican rice.
Oh my God, that's our favorite part about Thanksgiving.
That's my favorite part.
That is so funny. Okay, so my wife's brother was like not in the picture for like a while, and so my first Thanksgiving with him, like with the family, was I think 2 years ago now, and he was like, "Why are you guys having mom's rice?" And
we're like, what do you mean?
Well, I was like, "That's our tradition now." Okay, like because it's Wa's favorite food is like her mom's rice, so she always makes everybody else the regular rice, and she makes us a giant thing of vegan rice, and that is like a part of what we have. So I'm glad that you also have rice because he thought that we were being weird, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
Every time they say it, like I talk to my friends, and they're like, oh yeah, which is everyone has their own thing, right? But they're like, you also have rice, and I'm like, yeah, we include it in everything. And there was also a time when obviously Thanksgiving came around when I was a teenager and I was vegetarian, and so was my sister. So we did like little like potato thingies with like tofu and like, I don't know, we did that. And then now again this year too.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite part. So we both have a favorite part.
Oh my God. I love having Mexican rice for Thanksgiving. It's so good. Okay. I also wanted to ask if you have any special traditions. Well, I guess it was a special tradition to make a ham for your grandma because
but now we know. That was the special tradition. Yeah. What else would we do? Well, usually my family would just come down and visit, which is still going to happen. My Theo's going to come down. But other than that, no, we don't have like any other like thing. What about you?
I don't know. I guess we've kind of made traditions in like recent years. Like we've been doing this thing where my niece will come over the night before Thanksgiving and spend the night, and then like I will usually make a pie or two pies. It's funny though because we always go to my wife's family's house because I'm not like that close with my family, and like I do talk to my mom, but she lives in Oregon, so it's like not close. But my wife's family lives like the town over, right? So we always go there. And so it is funny though because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make a fancy pie. Like I made pecan pie, and my wife, I don't think she'd tried pecan pie before, and she's like, I love it. I love pecan pie. So we're gonna make a pecan pie again this year. But it's funny because I don't feel like her family ever eats my pies that I make. They always get the pie from Costco or whatever, like pie. The apple and pumpkin, and they just eat that. And I'm like, you guys, I made this pie. I think her dad will eat it because he likes anything, and he loves sweets. But I think usually, if anything, they just do it to appease me. Like one time I had this craving for like the candied yams, and no, I don't think anyone really liked it. They were like, oh.
They're like, yeah.
The same way when I made green bean casserole one time. I fucking love green bean casserole. It's so good. But like, it's really hard to make a vegan version of it.
Yeah.
Especially without mushrooms, because my wife hates mushrooms. And it's like cream of mushroom soup. So anyway, it was good, but it wasn't as good as if it had mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nobody was that into it. But yeah, we always make our own like roast. So we usually do a tofurkey because the OG is the best. I gotta tell you, it's have you had a tofurkey?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you gotta buy it. Get it from Sprouts. We're gonna go to Sprouts soon because they usually have sales.
Okay.
Sometimes Lassen's, but usually Sprouts will have a sale. And if there's any vegetarians or vegans listening and you have a Sprouts near you, after Thanksgiving and Christmas, so usually like January 1st-ish or the very end of December, they have like tofurkeys and field roasts, all kinds of vegan roasts for like 99 cents to $5 at Sprouts. Because unfortunately, I guess they always order too much. And I got like 6 of the like feasts. Like it came with the tofurkey, a big brownie, and then like 2 things of gravy. For 99 cents each. I need to turn into one of those white people that have like a cooler. Yeah. You know, just for your extra meat. Yeah. It's all just tofurkey because they're vegan. But because Mom was like, why'd you buy all these? They don't fit in our freezer. And I was like, we got to make them fit. So we were taking them out of the boxes and like, you know, just like taking a picture of the directions. Anyway, I love tofurkey. It's so good. If you put, like when you cook it, you use just like soy sauce, a little bit of olive oil, and then like rosemary and sage. It's so good. It's so fucking good. And then you can make like a homemade gravy if you don't have the tofurkey gravy. I love Thanksgiving. I'm really excited about it. If you couldn't tell, I love it. But the thing I was gonna say is my wife's family, her mom hates turkey too. Oh, okay. But they would always make a chicken instead. Oh, they would make like a big roast chicken or whatever. So I don't know that she likes ham either. So it was always a chicken that they would do. So they still do that. They still do their chicken.
Okay.
Anywho, I thought that was really important. So let's move on. Do you have any hot takes or burning desires that you want to share about this movie?
I don't know how many of our viewers have seen Lez Bomb, but
watch it.
Yeah, you should watch it and then tell us what you think about it. But I also hated it. I hated it when I first watched it. But again, I was just trying to consume any and all lesbian media. But I still hated it. And I hate it now. I don't think that's really a hot take. Maybe people like it.
I mean, there's probably somebody out there that likes it. I thought that everyone hated blue as the warmest color because I hate it. And I found out it has so many fans.
Yeah, people love it.
I don't love it because it was creepy. But you know what? I get that we'll talk about blue as the warmest color.
We need to have like a whole season for blue as the warmest color.
For some people, I think for a lot of people, it was like the first like lesbian
mainstream
movie
kind of
that they saw. So it holds a special place for people. I just wish that it wasn't directed by like a creepy man that made them do like
weird
a 17-minute sex scene that was like so exploitative. Sorry, I burped you guys. It's embarrassing.
It's okay. It's a normal body function.
Yeah. One time, I don't know if my wife will edit this out, but one time she was drunk when we were like first dating, and she doesn't drink very often. I think she must have drank beer or something because she like went to kiss me and she burped and she was so embarrassed. She looked like she was gonna cry. And I was like, oh my God, babe. It's like,
you're like,
fine.
It's not that big of a deal.
I don't care. But she was so embarrassed. And I feel like sometimes we still laugh about it. And this was like,
you're like, remember that
2012. Yeah. Also, one time, this is an embarrassing story. So hopefully she'll leave hers in because mine's more embarrassing. When we were first dating, she wanted to show me that she could pick me up. And I was like, bitch, I don't think you can pick me up because I feel like at the time I probably weighed more than her or we weighed the same. But she was like really into Muay Thai and working out at the time. So she's like, I could pick you up. And she picked me up, but she squeezed me too hard and I farted. It was so embarrassing. I was so embarrassed. But yeah, we do still laugh about that also. So it's okay if you do something embarrassing like that when you're first dating someone. You might end up married to them. And it'll be okay. But I wanted to share my hot take. I don't know. I mean, it was so obvious. Spoiler, you know by now that there's going to be spoilers in the hot takes. It was obvious from the very beginning that guy, Austin, loved Lauren.
Yes.
And the whole situation could have been avoided if she didn't try to keep a friendship with a straight man that she had sex with before. It's like, she really thought they could just be friends. And it's like, no, he obviously loves you. Like, weird. And then I also had to put this in because this makes me mad. And they made a lot of weird fish jokes and trying to say that vaginas smell like fish. And I've got to tell you that vaginas only smell like fish if you have an infection, if you have bacterial vaginosis. That is what makes it smell like fish. Also, I've heard that it can happen if you have sex with men and like their sperm like dries and then it smells like fish. But I'm just saying you could have BV without having sex with men too. But
you can get that, yeast infections, from anything. It's extremely common and is nothing to be ashamed about.
No, it's nothing to be ashamed of, but it also is not what vaginas should smell or taste like if they are healthy and you have a healthy pH. So I hate it when anyone makes jokes about fish. Even like, you know, on Drag Race when they're like, oh, girl, you're giving fish because like they look really like feminine and girly. And I'm like, oh, because some gay man decided that's what vaginas smelled like. Maybe they had a bad experience and somebody had a fishy vagina. Anyway, point being, I hated those jokes. It made me mad. I remember when I first came out, my mom thought that this was a funny story to tell me about how she was hanging out with one of her church friends and they went to a restaurant and they had fish tacos and he was like, oh my God, I bet your daughter would love that. And she thought that was a funny story. And I was like, first of all, I'm 19. Why is this old man thinking about like my
and why are you laughing? That's your daughter. I'd be like, don't make that joke. That's so weird. I just think what we know and we keep like reinforcing is that men are stupid and ugly. And men are like the behind every single like thing shaming women. And it was the men obviously making those jokes. And I'm like, the audacity. And also Lauren is stupid for allowing Austin to continue to say those things.
I know.
I'm sorry.
It made me mad. So that's my soapbox about BV. So now you know a lot about this movie if you haven't watched it. But we're gonna take a quick little breaky, and when we get back, we'll get into the recap. So prepare yourself for a very interesting premise. Welcome back to But I'm a Lesbian. This week, we're discussing Lez Bomb.
Boo. Okay, so the movie starts with two women. They're in the kitchen, and they're talking about, like, their families and past relationships, and one of the women is asking the other one, like, about how many times she's, like, received flowers, and the other lady is like, I usually am the one to give flowers. I never receive flowers. And so we can get that they're in a relationship because they're talking about their past relationships. So their names are Lauren and Haley, and they're interrupted by her ugly roommate, Austin, which we already gave a spoiler earlier.
He's not that ugly, but
no, he's not ugly, but
he's ugly because he keeps making jokes about vagina smelling like fish, which makes him ugly.
Yeah, and he's also like inserting himself into everything. Okay. So they're interrupted by Austin, and he's bringing home this, I forgot her name, but he's bringing home this girl. Yeah. And then they're like obviously like making out on the couch, but he's just like, oh, hey, whatever. And then he answers Lauren's phone and it's her mom. And he's just like, oh, hey, like, I forgot her last name, but he's just like, hey, you know,
Mrs.
like,
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, Mrs. blah, blah, whatever. And then Lauren is like, oh my God, give me my phone. And Haley's obviously like annoyed because she's just like, oh, hey, like, you know. And so Rose is Lauren's mom. She's the owner of a hotel, and she sees something shady going on through a security camera. Ooh, I went all the way up. Through a security camera, her brother is up to something shady with a woman in a white van.
Yes.
And so then back at home, she speaks with her husband about how much she misses their dad. So this is their first Thanksgiving without her dad. And she's just like, who's going to cut the turkey? And she's just sad, you know, but they're just showing everybody's like little things up until the Thanksgiving dinner. And so Rose seems to think that Haley is just her friend and that Lauren has a boyfriend, because Lauren said, like, I have a mystery like person and I'm going to introduce them to you on Thanksgiving. And so obviously Rose, her mom, assumes that it's a man, and she's like, I'm bringing Haley. And then she's like, oh yeah, I see you and Haley all the time. Like, I see your Instagram posts. And what were they at? They were at the unpack event, like lesbians.
It was like lesbians in law or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, something. It's like she doesn't get it. It goes right over.
They literally explained to her, and they were like, "Oh yeah, feminist. Like, you're a feminist now."
They're like, "Yeah."
So she plans on coming out to them at Thanksgiving dinner, which is very bold, because she's like very nervous about how they're going to take it. Because she's, I don't know. So
I don't know if she's thinking like maybe they'll act better because other family, like grandma and grandpa, will be there. I don't know why she wants to do it at Thanksgiving
or maybe
dinner.
She figures
it seems awkward.
All her family is there.
Oh, it's like, she's like, I don't have to go to one and then the other and then the other.
I wanted to do that too, but then I was like, that's not probably a good idea. I want to do it like individually, but then I was just like, speed round, get everyone over in the same day.
Yeah.
I was just like, But So then Lauren arrives home and speaks with her parents and attempts to tell them about her mystery relationship. And it's one of those movies where like the main character is trying to tell their family, whoever, something, but it somehow gets lost in translation. Like they either aren't listening and they're like too focused on other things. So I tend to hate movies like that.
No, I know.
Like, it's so easy to say, like, I'm a lesbian. You can't confuse that.
I know. It's like that classic, like, misunderstanding trope type of thing. Like, where it's like, you could just be like, you guys, shut up. Like, this is my girlfriend.
Yeah, literally. Like, I am a lesbian. I'm in a relationship with this person. Like, it's so easy to say that, but she didn't. Yeah. So then Austin arrives to Thanksgiving dinner. And Lauren's like, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm trying to come out. And as soon as they see Austin, Rose, her mom, is like, oh my God, now that makes sense why you wouldn't say it in the beginning, why he's here, why he sent a smoked turkey to me. And he sent smoked turkeys everywhere. Which, see, that is
is he rich?
Exactly.
Like, he's just sending everybody turkeys.
But they think that they are in a relationship. And even though Lauren literally says, no, I'm not in a relationship with Austin. And then later on, Austin also says, like, no, we're not together. They still somehow think that they are together because they're just like, oh my God, you don't have to keep it a secret. It's okay.
Yeah, it's silly.
Yeah. Rose is like overjoyed because she likes Austin. And the dad, which his name is George, he is also like, what the fuck? They live together. They've been living together for 3 years. So why, like, wouldn't they say about the relationship? So he's mad.
Yeah, he's like, he didn't ask my permission.
I know. I'm like, ew, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm sorry, because you own the daughter and you want another man to own her now.
Yeah. Gross. Yeah. He was fine when they were just friends. But now that they're in a relationship, he's like, So... yeah, he arrives, and they believe they're together. And then meanwhile, Haley arrives at the station with flowers and a little wine, and she's thinking that Lauren already came out. She's just like, I got this for your mom. And, Lauren tries to tell her, hey, Austin's here, and I did not come out. But Haley's like, I don't want to hear about Austin. Don't talk about Austin. If you talk about Austin, like, I'm going to jump out of this car. Like, don't do it. So Lauren's like, okay, I won't tell you. But then when they arrive, she sees Austin, and she's like, what the fuck is he doing here? And she's like, well, that's what I was trying to tell you. Meanwhile, George and Austin go to the store. George is Lauren's dad. And he is like basically questioning Austin. He's just like, are you with my daughter? And Austin's like, no. And then somehow it comes out that Austin and Lauren slept together, which...
why would you tell the dad that? I was like, what the fuck?
We had sex once, but it meant nothing. And then George is like, what the fuck do you mean it meant nothing?
You fucked my daughter and it meant nothing?
Yeah. He's like, you better be together if you had sex with her. And he's just like, and he's just like trying to say no. But then the dad's like, I'm gonna like basically kill you. Like, there's nobody here. So say the truth. Like, tell the truth. And Austin's like, okay, yes. I love your daughter very much. We are together and all this stuff. And George is like, oh my God, why didn't you just say that?
You made it worse by being like, we had sex and it didn't mean anything.
Yeah. I'm like, what is fucking wrong with you? So then now Austin has to keep up this whole thing that him and Lauren together because he's afraid of George. And I'm like, okay. So then Haley is talking to Rose and George when they get home because Austin is like, he grabbed Lauren and was like, oh my God, your dad like found out that we had sex. And Lauren's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And he's just like, we have to pretend we're in a relationship. And then Haley is talking to her parents and she thinks that she already came out. So she's just like, oh yeah, like this means so much. Like, thank you for having me here. And Rose mistakenly thinks that Haley is jealous of Austin because Austin and Lauren are in a relationship. And she's like, don't worry, when they get married, you'll still be her good friend. And Haley's like, huh? What do you mean? And so then Lauren tries to explain again, like, we're not together, but Austin's just like, no, yeah, like we're together because he's like, I don't want your dad to like, hurt me. So then Lauren tells Haley, like, I'm so sorry. I will fix this. Let the right time, let the right time come and I will come out and we'll clear this whole thing up. But she also did not tell Haley that her and Austin slept together. So she's hiding that because,
I think I would think it's weird if my girlfriend had sex with her male roommate before and I could tell that he has a crush on her still. I would be like, this is kind of awkward. And then he shows up to Thanksgiving. But yeah, she doesn't know that. She doesn't know they had sex. She thinks they're just really good friends.
Yeah. And so she's sort of like trying to be okay with her parents thinking that like they're in a relationship and she's clearly like jealous, But I mean, I would be too because the boundaries between them are so weird and they're just
very uncomfortable.
So obviously Lauren is outside with Haley and explaining to her like, hey, it's okay. Like, I will fix this. And her grandparents arrive and they see Haley. Well, the grandpa sees Haley and Lauren kissing. And he's just like, oh. And so then they go in and obviously it's like, the whole family banter and everything. And then Rose tells George, do you think the reason why she's like so secretive is because she's pregnant?
Oh my God.
And George is like, oh my God. So then they're just like, okay, they're coming up with a plan to be like, is she pregnant or not? So then they offer her wine and she's like, no, I'm okay. I don't want wine. And he's like, drink the wine. And she's like, no, I don't want any wine. Do you want the wine? And so she doesn't know. But Haley is like the only smart person here because she's like,
she's a lawyer. She's smart.
Yeah. She's like, they think you're pregnant. And then she's like, no, they don't. And she's like, yes, they do. That's why they want you to drink the wine. Like, and she's like, oh my God, I'll just clear this up. And so Lauren also pisses me off too, because it's so easy to just correct things, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
I said her whole family is so annoying. And then
I agree.
So in the kitchen, Lauren again tries to come out to her family, but it's just like all women in the kitchen and they're just like reminiscing because her like aunt is there and her cousin's like very like fast.
Oh, the teenager?
Yeah, she's like, she basically tells Lauren like, okay, so you and Austin aren't in a relationship, and she's like super into lacrosse players, and so she's just like, oh my God, like, okay, I'm gonna basically try to like get with him, and they're just like, what the fuck?
I did think that was such funny writing though, because I feel like as a teenager you go through these weird phases. Like she was like, I'm in my lacrosse player phase. I just found out lacrosse players are hot, so now I'm gonna talk about lacrosse players all the time.
And her mom was like, why do you like lacrosse players? Like, what is appealing about them? And she's just like, yeah,
I just love them.
And
also, her mom is from The Parent Trap. Mm-hmm. She is the dad's young fiance that they hate in The Parent Trap. I can't remember what the actress's name is, but she's very beautiful, and I wanted to point it out.
She still looks exactly the same.
You know why?
She's older, that's it. Why?
She's a vegan. No, I can't remember her name, so I feel bad, but I think she's on Dancing with the Stars right now, and
is she?
Someone posted about it, and then I went to her page because I was like, oh my God, that's the lady from
Parent Trap.
Right, wasn't her name Meredith something in the movie? I can't remember, but I just remember that she was 26, and I thought that was really old at the time, because it came out when I was like 10. But anyway, her Instagram is all about being vegan, so I like her, and that's all. So it's important it's just important to know that she's the aunt because she's beautiful.
Yes, she is beautiful. And she's also like funny. She's funny, yeah. She's just there. I think she's like my favorite out of everybody, honestly, of her family, because her family's fucking stupid and they're annoying.
Including herself. Lauren.
Including Lauren, yeah. So it makes sense why her family's stupid, because she's so stupid.
Came from that.
So as Rose goes down to the basement, Lauren tells her that her Uncle Mike is down there smoking weed, and they get into like Rose and Mike, their brother and sister, they get into like a little thing and they like knock the bottle of alcohol over and he's smoking weed. So it's like foreshadowing that something's going to happen. Oh my God, right? And so then outside, Lauren's grandpa tells his wife that he saw Lauren kissing Haley. And the grandma's like, what? And she's just like, yeah. And the grandma's like, I know what she's trying to do, and I'm going to set this straight. So then they pull her aside, and they tell her, you don't bring the side dish with your main dish to Thanksgiving.
Grandma!
I was like, and then Lauren was like, oh my God, you guys get it? And she's like, yeah, your little thing with Haley and your little thing with Austin, whatever. What did she say? She was saying something about that these like youngins want their gluten-free cake and they want to eat it too.
She probably just say something silly like that.
And so it made me laugh that like, yes, she got that she was in a relationship with a woman, but she thinks that Austin is part of their relationship.
Yeah, she thinks it's like a throuple type of thing. Yeah.
And so Lauren is like, no. And then Haley comes in and they're just like, we're watching you. Like, you shouldn't have brought like your side dish with this. I'm like, oh my God. And so then, so then Lauren tells John, her brother, that Haley is her girlfriend because he is trying to like hit on Haley like hardcore and he's a creep. He's a weirdo. I don't like him. And John is just like, okay, like he gets it. But then he's also like, but you made out with my friends in high school. So I'm still going to like hit on Haley. And she's like, no, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Not just my friends.
Yeah. And she's like, that was one time. Like, well, you're so immature.
Yeah.
And also that was in high school. But he's still like, no, I like Haley and I'm going to flirt with her and make her uncomfortable. So at the dinner table, Lauren finally chugs wine in order to prove that she isn't pregnant, just as the smoke alarm goes off. And everyone's just like, grab the turkey, grab everything. And they start running out of the house. And she's like,
save the turkey.
Yeah, she's like, I've been in a relationship with Haley for 6 months and like no one cares. And they obviously didn't hear her. So, of course, there was a fire happening in the basement because of the alcohol. And he left his joint in there, right? Because it got knocked like over. Yeah. And that was her dad's living area. And so she was very upset because the mom was already upset that her dad passed away. And so she's just like, that was all his stuff. And they're like, it's okay. We can still salvage this Thanksgiving. Let's go to the hotel because the mom owns the hotel. And they're like, we'll just have the Thanksgiving there. So as they go over to the hotel and they're trying to set everything up, Haley is like, I don't want to go to the hotel. I just kind of want to go home. But then Rose comes over and like talks to her and Haley's like, okay, like, yeah, I'll go to the hotel for Thanksgiving. And so then Haley confronts Austin and tells him like, you have liked Lauren since before this and you've like hijacked this entire Thanksgiving. And they have like a little thing and Austin's just like, well, you guys have been dating for 6 months and I've known her for 3 years. And he's like, that's supposed to be like a big burn.
He thinks he's gonna win. Like she is a prize and he's gonna win her.
Yeah, like, he's like, I know her more. I've known her. You guys have only been,
That doesn't mean she's gonna choose you.
Right? And
she has a choice in this matter.
Exactly. He's just like, but I mean, Lauren is in the right here because Austin obviously likes Lauren and is like trying to insert himself in this, which is why we dislike him. So then George is bringing the turkey in and he drops it. And so then he tries to wash it and it has like trash on there.
I know.
I'm like,
and then he puts soap on it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. And then after he does that, he puts like a shit ton of salt just all over it. Because he's just like, because he washed off the seasoning and he's like, let me just put that on there. And so he doesn't tell his wife this because she would probably like
be like,
have a breakdown. Yeah. Typical man behavior. So then back in the hotel room, Lauren tries to talk it out with Haley and she tells her that she will tell her family at the dinner. And then Mike and his friend Emma, which is like, there's something shady about Mike. He sells weed and he's like in trouble and stuff. And there is a very masculine woman that everyone knows is a lesbian. And he's like, that's my girlfriend, Emma. And she's just here to celebrate.
Okay.
They're like, okay. And so everyone's just like, okay, that's your girlfriend. But obviously they're there to do something shady. So that's his girlfriend, Emma. And she's just like, what the fuck is this?
I don't want to pretend to be your girlfriend.
Yeah, she's like, we're here to do business. I'm not trying to pretend to be your girlfriend. And then it comes out that Emma's like, we shouldn't mess with the cartel And I'm like, what the fuck? And Mike is like, speaking of that, I want to be part of the cartel. And she's like, you really don't, but okay. Because he's fucking dumb. And so Ken, which is Lauren's uncle, that's George's brother, comes over, and we find out earlier in the movie that he is in remission from cancer, but he's still like recovering. And he's just like, can I buy some weed from you guys? And so he buys weed, and he's out there smoking. And oh my God, what's her name in this movie?
Maggie?
The blonde. Maggie? No, Maggie's the cousin. But
No, Maggie is the mom of the cousin.
What's the other girl's name?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
She comes out and they start I'm like, I didn't write her name down.
Yeah.
I'm like, it can't be Emma. There's too many Emma.
I think it's Maggie because I put her on Munch Merge Murder because I looked
Maggie.
up who was the blonde girl. Okay. I don't know.
So Maggie comes out and she's just like, oh my God, you bought all this weed, because they made him buy like a backpack full of weed. And she smokes with them. So then at dinner, Lauren is giving grace, and she tries to tell her family that she's gay, but she fails yet again. I don't know how many times she's tried, and it's not worked. And so it upsets Haley, and Lauren's aunt pulls her to the side and tells her like, oh my God, I figured it out. You and Lauren are together. And she's just like, yes, thank you. And she's just like, okay, now we can bring everyone in here and I can tell them like individually or something. But she's like, no, I have to tell my mom first, because she would literally die if I didn't tell her and everyone else knew. And so Lauren attempts to tell her family and fails yet again. So Haley is like, fuck it. She kisses John in front of everybody. And then Lauren is like, I'm going to kill you, John. So then she starts like chasing John, and like they're just like fighting. And then meanwhile, Austin is kissed by, I want to say, Emma's kissing Austin. I wrote Emma. Emma's
the
also the
girl.
cousin. Yeah. So the teenager corners him in the bathroom.
She's like, do you play lacrosse?
Yeah.
And he's like in high school.
And she's like, she corners him in the bathroom, and she's like, oh, you know, you should lock the door, or maybe you wanted me to come in here or something. And he's just like, no, like, no, you're way too young for me, all this other stuff. But then she kisses him. And just as she kisses him, George opens the door, and he's like, I'm going to kill you. So then George is chasing Austin, and Ken obviously chases him as well, because that's his daughter. Meanwhile, Lauren is like fighting John, and Haley like pulls Lauren off him because she's like, what are you doing? And Lauren finally shouts out that we are in a relationship. She kisses her. She kisses Haley. And then she's just like, I'm in a relationship with Haley. And everyone's just like, oh. And Emma, the masked lesbian, is like, knew it.
Oh, wait.
Because there's so many Emmas.
Are we sure that the child is named Emma and the masked lesbian is named Emma?
He says that her name is Emma. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay, well.
There's so many Emmas.
Okay, I just want to make it clear. Yes, it was the child cousin that is like a teenager that kissed him, not the masked lesbian.
Not the masked lesbian.
Pretending to be the... Yes. There was a lot of chaos, though, so this just adds to the chaos.
So then everyone's like, oh my God, okay, you're a lesbian. And her family now understands. But her dad asks her, he tells her, like, why did Austin say that you guys slept together? And Haley is like, you slept with Austin? And she's just like, ooh. She's like, So then everyone is just like, what the fuck? And Rose's coworker interrupts and says that there are men loading like a shit ton of weed outside. And so everyone goes out there, and Rose is just like, what the fuck is going on? And they say, we're from the cartel, and they like scare them off finally. And so Haley is like packing up to leave in the hotel room, and she doesn't want to talk to Lauren. And Lauren is just like trying to get her to talk to her, but she doesn't. So then she goes to Austin's room, and she's just like freaking out. She's just like, I don't know how to fix this. Like, I don't know how to fix this. She doesn't want to talk to me. And Austin hugs her, and he's like, why didn't you come out before Thanksgiving dinner? Like, before all this, like, well, it clearly wasn't like that important to you for you to come out. And then he tells her that it wasn't so bad being in a relationship for the day. And then he tries to kiss her, and they do kiss.
I hate it.
I hate him because he's just like, it wasn't so bad. Like, it wasn't so bad being in a relationship with you. I know you're really upset about your girlfriend, but like, I'm in love with you.
It's homophobic because it's like he doesn't count her relationship with a woman as a real relationship. Like,
he doesn't say
this is just an experiment, and like you're gonna want to be with men, and I'm gonna be that man.
Exactly. So then, just as they're kissing, because Austin kissed Lauren, Haley opens the door, and she's just like, oh, okay. So then Lauren and Haley go out there and they have an argument, and Lauren's just like, what the fuck? Like, no, he kissed me. Haley's like, yeah, sure. They have an argument, and then Lauren's like, okay, I don't want to be gay. Like, no one wants this. Like, I never wanted to be gay. And Haley's like, well, thank you for being honest with me. And she leaves. And so then Lauren yells at her parents and she's like, this is your fault that that Haley left and all this other stuff. And Rose is just like, oh my God, am I a terrible mom? And George is like, no, we're not great. We're not bad. We're fair.
We're just regular.
Yeah, just regular. And so then I put like, she doesn't want to be gay. Okay. And then,
ew, you wanted to be with a man.
Yeah. I'm like, girl, what the fuck? So then the next morning, Rose talks to Lauren and tries to comfort her, and she asks her questions. But then also her aunt asked her too. She's just like, so like, could I scissor or something? Do you have to do the splits to scissor? She's like,
I've always wondered.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. And then her mom starts asking her, questions, and then Lauren is like really upset because she's like, Haley hates me, and Rose is just like, no, it's okay, she doesn't hate you, she's just upset. Like, we like her, by the way, she's just upset, and we're totally okay with this. Like, you know, we don't know why you would think that we wouldn't be okay, but I mean, you know. And so back at their place, because now this is after Thanksgiving, Austin's already there. Lauren is like, hey, you left without like saying anything. And he's like, yeah, I thought I'd give you like some time. And basically he apologizes because he says, I didn't know that your relationship was that serious.
It's so stupid.
Yeah. And he literally also did say, you go through so many phases, that he did think that her being gay was a phase.
Oh, yeah. Didn't he say, like, remember when you did this class or something like that? Like, comparing
she's
her
like,
being
she's
gay
not
to,
an
like,
exercise class. Yeah. And so then Lauren's just like, no, it's okay. And he's like, I'm sorry about kissing you too. And she let him off the hook really easy. Yeah. Like, really easy. She's just like, no, it's okay, I understand, but I'm going to move out. And they're like, okay, cool. So then she's like moving out, and she's trying to call Haley. Haley's not answering. She's going on a jog, and then she's like, I know what I'm going to do. She goes to buy her flowers, and she interrupts Haley's yoga class while Haley's like upside down on her head.
There's other people in the class.
And she's just like, she's like, Haley, I'm so sorry. Like, I love you. Because they also said I love you during the argument. But she's like, I love you and I want to be with you. And I am so sorry. And like, please tell me that you'll like take me back. And Haley's just like, okay, yes. And then she's like, will you also move in with me? And Haley's like, oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, I've been waiting for you to ask.
Yeah. And so then they make up, and as they're like going, Haley's like, as they're walking, Haley's like, when are you going to tell your family that we're moving in together? And Lauren jokingly is like, maybe this Christmas. And then they kiss. And then the movie ends.
Yeah, that was a wild ride.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it does have a happy ending, which I love happy endings in movies. But to me, I'm just like, this movie was so fucking dumb.
It was dumb. I do want to say two things. First thing is that the cousin is named Jessica.
Thank you.
But I don't know why just another basic white bitch name, you know? Emma, Jessica, Ashley, Lauren,
They're all
Haley.
The same.
Emma. But also, I did think that it was sweet that even at the end, she got her flowers, because they talked about it in the beginning. Wasn't Haley saying she's usually the one that gets people flowers? She doesn't receive.
Yeah, and then Lauren's like, well, we're going to have to change that.
Yeah,
and then,
so,
you know, she finally did it.
It's sweet that she did that. But yeah, not that big of a fan overall.
Yeah, neither was I. I don't know. I just felt like it was such a, like, basic apology. Like, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I want to be gay. I'd be like, what the fuck?
It also, something that influenced my, like, outfit today, I'm really confused about the time period because this came out in 2018, but the way that they were dressed, and also it being such a generic, like, oh my God, it's a lesbian. I don't know. It was giving very early 2010s to me. And so I wonder if she wrote this and maybe like started working on it like a lot of years before it actually came out. Because I don't know. It was weird to me.
Or what if that's just
her style? I do think about that as I get older, because when I was getting ready this morning, I was like, I'm going to listen to Christina Aguilera. And I was like, oh my God, I'm turning it into my mom because my mom would always listen to 80s music, even though it was the 2000s. And now I'm listening to 2000s music, even though it's the 2020s.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are going to do Munch Merch Murder.
Mm-hmm.
And the options are Lauren, Haley, and Maggie, who is the aunt who was the actress from Parent Trap. I'll answer this first because I do feel like for a lot of episodes I was like making you go first, so I'll try to like catch up. I would okay. I would murder Lauren.
Yes.
Which I feel bad because she's annoying. I do think like she's pretty. She kind of looks like the girl that Paige Michalchuk dated in Degrassi, The Next Generation.
She is pretty. She's just annoying.
But she's just annoying. I would merge with Haley because she's actually gay. And I like her cute, like, crooked teeth. My wife was being a hater when we were watching it.
She's so pretty. Haley's so pretty.
Now that my wife got her braces and has perfect teeth, she loves to be a hater about people. She's like, oh, look at her little snaggle teeth. And I'm like, oh, they look cute on her. I was like, she looks so cute with it. Anyway, and I would Munch Maggie because she's beautiful and she's interested. She wants to learn how to scissor. Maybe I could show her.
You have to show her to do the splits.
Yeah. It's a struggle. We'll talk about this more on another episode, but there can be struggles. So who would you Munch Merch Murder?
My answers are the same as yours. I would kill Lauren, I would merge with Haley, and I would munch Maggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would also show her how things are done. She's so curious.
So I know, right? And she also just seems like a vibe. Like she's like, I'm going to get high and I'm going to eat my spinach and artichoke dip. And she's just like, Yeah. She's also very beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay. So I probably know, but what would you rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 5 cherries?
I would rate this movie a 1 out of 5 cherries. What about you?
I gave it 2. I was trying to be nice. You know why? Because
you don't need to be nice.
I know. But I do feel like the actress that plays Lauren, I think is also the writer and director. Okay. And I think she really put her heart and soul into it. And I feel bad giving her 1. She tried. And
well, now you're making me feel bad.
I'm sorry. I felt a little bad, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But I gave it a 2 because I'm not allowed to do 1.5 anymore. So I rounded up.
Okay, you know what? No, I'm still sticking with my 1.
Yeah, don't
I'm
let
sorry,
me influence you.
Lauren. I just didn't like it.
No, it's okay. Maybe she'll make another movie someday and it'll be better.
She's like, just for you because you hated Lez Bomb.
So if you're enjoying But I'm a Lesbian, please head over to our Instagram and TikTok and follow to stay up to date on our newest episodes and hottest takes. Follow at But I'm a Lesbian Pod on all of the platforms, even Facebook. We have 13 followers, likers on Facebook.
Ooh.
That's a really big deal.
And honestly,
we started
they're very
with
active.
0.
I see when they say like they liked it and I'm like, wow.
It makes me really happy. I'm like, oh my God, we're reaching people on Facebook. So yeah, if you're not on our Facebook, go like it. And we're going to take a quick break, but then we'll be back with our very special guest, Marita Prodger.
Welcome back to But I'm a Lesbian podcast. We have a super awesome special guest today. You know her from Netflix's The Ultimatum Queer Love Season 2, Marita Prodger. We are so excited to have her join us for an interview.
Yes. Okay. Huge fans over here. So hi, Marita. Thank you so much for guesting on our podcast.
Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yay. Okay, so we are super excited. I will tell you that on the show. I mean, everyone has favorites, but you were one of my favorites because I liked your feminist and your makeup, and it made me think of me because I love to do makeup. So I was like, oh, I love her.
I love that. That's amazing.
Yes. Okay, so we have some questions for you. So let's see. Are you ready for them?
Super ready. I was born ready.
Okay. So starting off with a pretty serious one. When did you realize that you were queer, and what was your coming out story like?
Okay, so it's actually so funny. I watched Blue Crush last night, and I just had this like moment of like, oh yeah, because I used to like love that movie, and the blonde, obviously the main character was just. And then there was the tension with that Lena girl who was like upset about the surf competition, but I don't think it was just a surf competition.
No.
Anyways,
you're like, there's something
all
more.
the way back to like childhood, I guess. I actually got a call from my babysitter back in August. It was around my sister's birthday, and she basically said that I asked her to marry me when I was 3 years old.
Aww, that's so cute.
It's pretty wild. Like my queer identity and like everything that like I always knew. Like I just always knew, and that's why I stand true in the fact that like you can't teach queerness, and like people that are trying to take away like the books and like the education and everything in our schools, it's like it's not gonna work. Like we're born this way. Like literally, Lady Gaga, we're born
literally.
And yeah, so I knew at a very, very young age, and then I started realizing or trying to fit within societal norms, and like I just like did not ever have a boyfriend, but I tried to like engage in heteronormative activity, and it was just like not my thing. I never had an emotional connection with the guy, and then I realized like okay, let's stop trying to be something else, and let's just fully embrace exactly who I am.
Yeah.
I love that you mentioned Blue Crush because I forgot about that movie, and then my niece was over, and I don't know. It was on Disney Plus, which I need to understand that Disney Plus has things that are not necessarily kid movies. And so I was like, oh my God, let's watch this. It's from when I was a kid, and like it has these girls, and they're in Hawaii, and they do this surf competition, and she's 10. But anyway, she was like, okay. And she was not that into it. She didn't really care. And then also there was like that whole scene where they're cleaning, and there was like a condom, and then it was like gross because they cleaned the hotel. And she was like so confused.
She's like, what's going on?
And then I told my wife, and she's like, why are you having her watch that? Remember they talk about condoms. This is too adult for her. So
you're like, I forgot.
I forgot that even happened. I thought it was just about the surfing and the gayness.
Okay, so that reminds me, when I was a kid, I really loved Pretty Woman because,
oh my God,
because my babysitters loved it.
Yeah.
And they were like teenagers. So I was like, oh yeah, it's cool. And I remember there's a part in Pretty Woman. Have you seen Pretty Woman, Marita?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I figured, but I didn't want you to be like, I've actually never seen it. Okay, there's this part where Julia Roberts has like all these condoms, and she's like, I'm a safety girl. And I thought they were Band-Aids. And I remember saying to my mom, like, that's
you're
so
like,
cool.
I'm a safety girl.
I was like, that's so cool. She carries all those Band-Aids. I don't know.
Oh my God.
So silly. But did you have any issues with your family when you like came out, or were they just kind of like,
we knew this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an interesting coming out, and like I try not to talk about it too much because like it's in the past, and obviously like we've moved on and we've grown through that experience. But I also like to talk about how the fact like our parents and their generation, they didn't grow up in the culture that we are growing up in, so it's kind of like they have to go through a learning curve as well to like try to accept us, which is like it's good and it's bad. So essentially, like, what happened with my coming out was I told one parent, and then they told me not to tell the other parent. And they were together at the time. So I was like really confused and sad. And like I wanted to tell both of my parents at the same time. But my girlfriend at the time was like, you need to call them right now. And like they weren't together. So I called one before the other. And it was just this like weird energy of like trying to hide myself from both of my parents, because that one parent I told wasn't like, you can be yourself, you can tell everyone. They were like, you need to hide from this. So, and then my girlfriend at the time came to visit a year later and was awful to both of my parents. And then the parent that knew, once we left to go back to school, the parent that knew told the other parent. So basically came out for me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
And then I got a call from that parent, and they were like really, really sad that I didn't trust them or tell them. And it was like heartbreaking.
That's
so my coming out was like, it was a lot.
Yeah.
But I think everybody has their own story. I like, now that I think about it, like it was a hard time. And like, I think that I could have given that parent more grace, but at the same time, it was kind of like a betrayal situation. So we've worked through it. Communication is key. And it's not always going to be easy. If it is, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Nice.
That's ideal.
It's not always easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's so cool that you've worked through it now and everything. That's hard when someone decides to come out for you.
I know.
It's a struggle.
Oh my gosh. But I'm glad that you guys are in a way better place. And like you said, that's in the past, and you guys have, reflected on that, and it's good now. So yay. We love that.
Yeah, full support on both sides now.
Yay.
Okay,
that
so
makes
good.
me
We
happy.
love that.
Yes. So how did you end up getting cast on The Ultimatum, Queer Love?
Yeah, so the person that I went into the experience with knew somebody in Nashville, and we were together for 5 years. We started our relationship in Nashville, and essentially, like, this person was reached out to by a casting agent, and they ended up not being in a relationship anymore. So they basically referred me and the person that I was with at the time. And then we went through the process with the producers, and they unpacked a lot about our relationship, and they kind of noticed different patterns that like really went along with the experience and like what we could have gotten out of it. So that's how it all happened. And I like fully was embracing the experience when I got there. I wanted to get engaged. I wanted to like go there for like a stronger foundation and to build off of what I already had with this person that I was with for 5 years. So it was not what I expected, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah. I mean, 5 years is a long time. Also, you're really young, right? Like, how old are you?
I was 25 when I went on the show, and I'm 27 now.
Okay, yeah. So that's a really long time, especially when you're that young.
Yeah. And in lesbian years, it's really long.
Yeah.
I met her when I was like 22.
Yeah.
I was just a baby.
I know. So, okay, speaking of the show, did you feel like it represented queer people authentically?
Yeah, I feel like that's a good question. I actually haven't received that question like at all, and I do podcasts all the time. So
trying to be unique.
Yeah, I feel like it was. I feel like the concept can definitely be a little messy, and I think that that's true for both the queer version and the straight version. Obviously, lesbians have a lot of like hormones and emotions and thirstiness, I guess I could say. But yeah, I feel like there were a good amount of stories from different couples and different people that were in the experience. Brittany and AJ obviously were my favorite. Like, I sat across the table from them because, like, I was placed there. But, like, when they were telling their story, it was like, I know that this couple is going to get married. I know that they're going to make it through this. I was like, this is a beautiful story to watch. And then, like, Haley and Pilar, their story was, like, incredible too. The amount of time they'd been together and, like, the struggles that they, like, wanted to overcome together. Like, it's all about, like, togetherness, you know, like, going on to an experience with your person at that time. It should be that you want to build together. Yeah. And, like, that is how I was taking the experience. So, yeah, it's just, I think that there was a lot of really good queer representation, but there's also a little bit of messiness, and there could have been more cultural diversity, I would say.
Yeah.
We agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, anytime it's a show, of course, I think the producers probably want a little messiness, right? Because they want to like draw people in. So it's understandable. But yeah, I feel like I really liked this second season. I liked the first one too, but I really liked the second one. I wish there were going to be more seasons, but
I know we'll get to that.
Yes.
So yeah. So who from the cast are you still close with?
Who from the cast am I close with?
Yeah.
I'm really close with Brittany and AJ and Haley and Pilar.
Oh, yeah. Cute. We love them.
Yes. I know. I saw there was a relatively recent video that was going around of Haley and Pilar when they met Gavin Newsom.
Yes.
They were like, Daddy Newsom.
When they were taking photos, I was like, wow.
I know. And that's like amazing. So I saw them 4 days before their wedding. Because we were doing an event in Honolulu together, and like it was incredible to like be with them that close to like when they were going to elope. And they didn't even plan that. So it's pretty wild that just ended up being on ABC.
I know.
ABC News Bay Area, because I'm from the Bay Area, and I was like, wait a minute. Haley Pilar, Gavin Newsom. Like, it was crazy.
Okay. That's cool. I didn't know that you're from the Bay Area. I was actually going to ask that because you said that you were living in Nashville. So you're from California, but you were living in Nashville at some point.
Cool. Yes. I'm from Marin. So I was one of those girls.
My dad he owns a shop in Marin, like a car shop. He's been in Marin forever. And then I grew up in Petaluma partly. So, above Marin geographically.
Petaluma.
Yeah. It smells like cows there. Marin is a lot nicer.
But the downtown is so cute.
It is cute. I know. I spent so much of my teenage years at the Phoenix Theater in downtown Petaluma. That was like what it was all about. Okay. How has your life changed since being on the show?
Oh boy, I feel like my life has just drastically changed. And like I'm very like spiritual, like not too much. I'm not like a witch or like a woo-woo or anything.
It's okay.
Like that.
It's okay even if you were, yeah.
Like no hate to the people that are. Maybe I'm like a secret one, but I don't know. I'm just like very spiritual, and I feel like everything that happened for a reason. As hard as it was to go through what I went through, it was like kind of like a life lesson, and like the universe like basically redirecting my life in a way. So I've been really, really happy. I feel like I've been attracting really good energy into my life. I've been making connections with amazing queer women and like traveling, which is something I've always wanted to do. I upped and moved across the country. So now I'm back in California. I'm in Los Angeles, and I'm creative. I'm singing. I'm like doing all of these amazing things. I'm meeting a lot of lesbians here. Like it's been so fun. So yeah, I've been doing really well.
So cool.
Yeah, that is great to hear. And also, it's always a bonus when you get to meet more lesbians. Like, you can never have too many lesbians in your life.
For real. Like, I remember, I'm a little older, but, well, you watched.
What?
Okay. Everyone watched the L Word. But then also the real L Word. Did you watch the real L Word when it was out or ever?
I've seen the L Word, obviously. The real L Word, is that like a, I think, is that like a reality?
Yes, and it was in LA, and it was like all these hot lesbians, and I was like, oh my God, why can't that be my life? Because I was like, it came out in like 2010 to 2013. So I was like 21.
You're like, I need to go. I need to be like,
why isn't this my life? I live in this tiny town, and the only lesbian I know is my girlfriend.
And then also the L Word for you too. You're also like, I want to have that.
Oh yeah, I also definitely thought when I was watching the L Word when I was like 17 that like, oh, when I'm 18, I'm gonna like move to LA and have like a group of lesbian friends.
Just an automatic group.
You know, that didn't happen for me. But anyway, it's really cool. It's so cool to meet other queer women. Like that's like a big part of. I always wanted to have a podcast because I love to talk, right? But then I met Angelina, and I never had like a close friend who was also a lesbian. I also
neither had I.
Yes, I always only had like my girlfriend.
Yes, they were straight.
My wife. And then all my friends were straight, and it's like, or maybe sometimes bi. But it's hard. It's so hard because I felt a lot of times like I can be friends with these people and I love them, but they don't understand certain things. Like I can't talk to them about gay stuff. They're not gonna get it. I don't know. So when we met, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. We can talk about all the gay things. And then she's like, also loves all of the older lesbian movies. So I was like, we need to make a podcast. We could talk about all of the lesbian movies and all the lesbian things.
Literally all lesbian.
Yes.
Wait, I'm so shocked. That's crazy. I feel like I have only had lesbian friends since the year of 2019. Well, I mean, I have a couple straight friends.
You're all just a little bit straight people.
I could name them on like one hand.
Yeah.
But the rest, they're all queer. And I like, first of all, if you have ever been to St. Pete, everybody's a lesbian. I'm talking like your bartenders, your vets, your dentists, your like coffee baristas. Everybody's a freaking lesbian.
I love that.
That's my kind of place.
Yeah, literally.
It's kind of like this crazy little lesbian town. And I had a straight couple visit me in St. Pete once, and they were like, where are there straight people here?
You're like, no.
Like, not really.
Everyone's gay? I don't know. I think it's just weird. Like, you know,
we're very small
our
in the area. Yeah.
It is a pretty small like town.
Yeah.
That we live in. And then I don't know. It does suck though. And since we started the podcast, we've been meeting more people.
More lesbians,
also
more queer women. Yeah.
Anytime I see lesbians or like, oh, I think they're a couple, instead of just going like, oh my God, lesbians, to my wife, I'm giving them a sticker for the podcast. So I'm like, I'm trying to make lesbian friends because I'm like, here, you look like you might be gay. Do you want this? It did backfire one time at Pride. This woman was like,
she had lesbian colored hair, and Caitlin and I were like, oh my God, we should go up to her. We went up to her, and Caitlin gave her the sticker and was like complimenting her, and the lady was like, oh, okay. Like, it was so weird, and we were like, what?
Yeah, then her husband came up, and they were like giggling. Like, a man came up, and they were giggling. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, why are you at Pride with lesbian flag colors in your hair, and you don't expect a lesbian to talk to you?
I know.
I'm like, she probably thought I was trying to hit on her, and I was
like, no, here's our podcast.
I was just trying to get you to follow my podcast.
Oh my God, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the only that was the only bad one. But
yes. Okay. So we were gonna ask this. How do you feel about the cancellation of the show?
Yes.
Do you have like strong feelings one way or mixed?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think like it's a scary time. Like we were just talking about the Supreme Court, November 7th
Yeah.
How they are considering overturning same-sex marriage. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a scary time right now. And I put out like an official statement on how I feel about the entire experience of the Ultimatum Queer Love, but it's also the same for the straight version. And then we also ended up like having a lot more views, and like there was like more traction around our show.
Absolutely.
But because it's queer, it's being canceled. And like for a second I was like, wow, that's like really unfair. Like how could they like try to erase us off of our screens?
Yeah.
Because we need more queer representation in the media. And then it kind of dawned on me that like if this court ruling goes in the wrong direction, there wouldn't even be a show, because it's based off of getting engaged. And if that's not allowed in certain states, then things would have to get messy with like Netflix and like casting and that kind of thing. So I think it's awful all around, like everything that's happening right now. And what I've been trying to do lately is just like have a voice, be creative, and like get loud about the situation. I think that's all we can do right now is like try to band together and like be powerful, keep going to Pride, even if it's canceled. Don't necessarily riot, because that's like not what we should be doing. I think we should just be like trying to spread love and like still show up exactly who we are. And like if we do get erased from the media, that's not going to stop us from loving one another, loving whoever the fuck we want. Like it's a scary time, but use your creativity, use your
platform,
your mind, your body, and your soul to like make sure that you don't lose sight of who you are.
Yeah, definitely. I know as soon as I saw that it was being canceled, I sent it to my wife and I was like, homophobic. I was like so mad. And it's
so
like
homophobic.
I didn't even know that they weren't canceling the straight one at that time. I just was like, is this a joke?
Because they only said about like the queer love
also
one.
I watched the first straight one, but the other ones I was bored. I was like, when are they making another queer one? But I think, you know, if nothing else, they need to make another show like, you know, in the UK, they have the I Kissed a Girl show.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
It's so good. They need to make a US version.
They do.
I don't know.
I agree. And like another thing is the Ultimatum Queer Love is a space for queer people to relate to things that we go through, like different stories, different like things that happen on screens. Like it's hard to relate to the straight versions or the heteronormative culture versions because like our love and like the way that we express ourselves is very different than, you know, the heteronormative culture. So I think like it's important to continue to have queerness in the media, because if not, like people are going to feel like we don't have a safe space to indulge and to laugh, to cry, to like, you know, all of the things when we're watching what's on our screens.
I know. Yeah. Okay. We have time for one more question.
Okay.
Do you want to pick it?
Yeah. I think we can leave off on a good note. What projects or passions are you currently working on right now?
Yeah, so I'm writing a song every single day.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's so cool.
So the full moon was on Thursday, I think.
Yes.
So I like wrote down all of my manifestations, and I was like, I want to set like a goal for myself. I'm also doing No Drink November, so that feels really good.
Nice.
I'm just trying to channel my sadness and my frustration into good outlets right now. So I feel like writing songs, like working out, like I went boxing like a motherfucker yesterday.
Oh, nice.
I was hitting that thing so hard.
Nice.
The girl next to me was like,
are you okay?
I looked like the Incredible Hulk. It was insane. But yeah, like passion projects. I've been singing, I've been writing, I have a studio. I think it would be really cool to start a podcast. I'm doing like another show very soon.
Oh my gosh.
Which is exciting. And yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on. I also am starting to partner with Aria the Club, which is a like women loving women exclusive member luxury travel. Luxury travel.
Cool.
I think I've heard of them.
Organization.
Yeah.
But we're hosting 2 trips in Spain in January. So
fancy. Okay, that's so cool.
Be super fun. It's a castle in the Canary Islands.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? I'm like, can we go?
I know. I'm like, I want to go to a castle.
Yeah.
So, what are your socials, or where can people listen to you? Like, do you have any songs out that people can find?
Yeah.
So I have a song from 2018 out right now, and I do have a couple songs that like I could potentially like re-record in the studio, or some of my new stuff. But right now on Spotify, you can find me at just Marita, and like it's called Broke Me, and it's by Marita featuring Ill Will. And then on socials, you can find me at Marita Prodger on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Wow. Okay, that was so fun. So we love getting to know you better, and I'm sure our listeners and viewers did too. And we will continue to follow your career and be huge supporters. If anyone listening isn't following Marita, follow her. We'll put the links down in the comments also. And we know you're going to do big things. So thank you again so much. And we will, I don't know how to end this, girl. I'm just so excited that you came on.
I know.
We really
thank
appreciate
you. Yes.
Yeah, of course. It was fun. It was awesome getting to know you guys. And yeah, it was a great podcast.
Yay.
Thank you.
Okay. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in to But I'm a Lesbian. We are your go-to for sapphic media reviews, Walla drama, and unfiltered queer takes. If you enjoyed the show, please like, share, and subscribe on every platform. Leave us a review to help support the queer community and keep this lesbian-led pod thriving. After all, the algorithm's a bitch, and we're just 2 lesbians with mics out here trying to survive.
So this was our season 1 finale. Yay! Don't worry.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, we had to end off with a bang.
Yes.
But don't worry. We will be back in 2 weeks with our opener, Happiest season, which I know you love, Caitlin. This holiday film was written and directed by a podcast favorite, Clea Duvall. It's available on Hulu. We will see you all on December 9th. Make sure you are following us on social media to stay up to date, and there will be an exclusive teaser for season 2.
So we'll see you next Tuesday. Executive producers for But I'm a Lesbian are Caitlin Beatty and Angelina Herrera. Produced and mixed by Victoria Shiflett. Creative direction and video editing provided by Juanita Iriarte. Music by Stiletto Falsetto.